Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Prodigy today. Hope you guys are all having a great day. Today's video is going to be a comparison against the red dot sight and the ELO sight in Infinite Warfare. Which one is better, which one you should use. So without further ado, if you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Let's get right into it. Alright guys, so on this video, red dot sight versus ELO sight in Infinite Warfare, I've broken this video into 3 parts. First being the attributes and the recoil of the two sights, the aesthetics of the sights, how they look, and also what makes them different, and the last one is just personal preference. So hopping into the first topic, attributes and the recoil, there isn't that much of a difference between these two sights. First off, red dot, you can see that it has a high upgraded accuracy, with there being 12 points added onto the accuracy, and with range 13 points. So red dot makes the accuracy and range go up quite a bit, but as we look over to the ELO sight, it's essentially the same thing. The only difference is that the range is a bit of a drop off. The range goes down about 3 points from 13 to 10. So based on these points, the ELO sight is a little bit weaker in range compared to the red dot sight, but you can barely tell this when you're actually in a game. Other than that, this is the only real difference between the two sights based on their attachment points. So now to the next part of the video for aesthetics for the gun sights. You can already tell by just looking at it, the ELO sight doesn't have the brackets around the sight like the red dot sight has that we all know. The big bulky brackets around the red dot, which can sometimes hinder your vision. But on the ELO sight, the brackets are small, it's only half the sight as the red dot, the top half is cut off from the brackets, and it looks sort of like a goalpost with a sight in the middle. And another big difference you can tell about the ELO sight is that the sight doesn't have a red dot like the red dot sight has. It has these tiny crosshairs, as well as an ammo counter on the bottom of your sight. And another cool thing that I found that you might have not noticed, is that whenever you get hit with an EMP or a jammer grenade in this game, which disables your aiming systems in your HUD, the red dot or the crosshairs disappear on your sight. But with the ELO sight, it's super easy to find out where your crosshairs are without seeing them because if you look at the sight, the crosshair is basically in the middle of the two brackets, which makes it easier to find. But now as we look at the red dot sight, it's basically the exact opposite of the ELO. You can see that the brackets are completely closed off, it's bulkier, it's bigger than the ELO sight itself, and of course the sight is a red dot instead of the yellow crosshairs, and is also missing the ammo counter. And like I said about the jammer grenades disabling your aiming systems in your HUD, but if you just look at the sight and use it long enough, you'll have a good idea of exactly where the middle of the sight is where your red dot should be, which can make it easier for you just like the ELO sight, with the crosshairs being exactly at the top and in the middle of the brackets. So now looking at the recoil of the two sights, you can see that there's not much recoil to either of the sights at all. Although after a certain amount of bullets, there is a bit of an upwards kick of recoil, but as you can see it's very slight. And from playing with both sights for a while, the upwards kick only seems to happen when shooting at a longer range or distance. And lastly guys, just based on personal preference for your sight, the ELO sight, I just think it looks a lot more sleeker and more futuristic, and it gives you a better line of vision, where the red dot sight, you might like it for the traditional look of the red dot on your gun, just like all the previous Call of Duties, and you're used to having a dot instead of a crosshair. You might want to choose red dot over ELO, but it's all personal preference guys. Personally, I enjoy the ELO a lot better. I just think it makes the gun look a lot sleeker and not as bulky as it looks with the red dot sight, and I like having the crosshairs and the ammo counter on my sight instead of just a red dot. But whatever your preference is, whether it be the red dot sight or the ELO sight, let me know which one you guys like and use in the comments below. I'd appreciate it. But that is the end of the video guys. ELO sight versus red dot sight, which one you should use. If you guys did enjoy the video and it helped you out in any way, hit that like button and make sure to subscribe for more great Call of Duty content like this and more videos to come in the future. Thanks for watching once again. I'll see you all in the next video. This is Prodigy. Have a great day. Peace out everybody.
That's why I do this for you. I do this for my father, who I've only seen from time to time in my dreams. I do this for you. I do this for my mother, who's finally clean, no longer a fan. I do this for you. I do this for my sister, my wife and my kids, cause they part of the team. I do this for all the naysayers and haters who made me one of the greatest. I know it kills you inside, that's why I do this for you.
I do this for the kids who sit a bit outside the mix.